What's up, everyone? Happy Sunday, end of the week close. It's August 30th today. It's Sunday, and I'm going to cover an Ethereum technical analysis um, and state my position on ETH. All right, so these are from the past, these dates. I'm not going to get too into that, although I'm going to draw these two lines and then I'm going to state my position on ETH real quick. Okay, real quick video for you. I just wanted to see if we broke out of that channel right there, and it seems like we did. So that's something to take into consideration. Taking off volume profile, we have 3 days, let's call it 4 days right now, to close on this candle here. But what I wanted to point out to you guys is on the 3-day, yes, we are getting pushed up by these moving averages, right? And I just wanted to make a reference point from the past, right around here. So basically what we were doing in the past was we were uptrending, right? Excuse me. We were uptrending with this red moving average, very small one. And then finally we kicked back. We retested the 13, and then the panic of COVID. I don't know if it was a COVID panic or it was just manipulators taking advantage of a great reason to drop the markets. But if that didn't happen, if we didn't have that bad news, would we have continued to uptrend? That's my question. That's my question, right? So that's ETH 3-day. What I'm asking myself is, are we going to repeat the past right here? Okay, right here. Because we are losing steam on the MACD, right? Histogram and possible crossover kind of looks similar. And, MACD RSI hitting some resistances. Last but not least, I'll pull up this Fibonacci. And, it's past what Bitcoin's past. Expanded B pocket. So honestly, like, the question that I'm asking is, are we going to continue our move upwards like this and trend on the moving averages? Or are we going to do something like this and then break down, right? So I'll be watching that very, very closely here. In more detail though, the past here is what I want to analyze. I know the past doesn't necessarily equal the future, but that's kind of how you grow an edge, right? It's kind of how you grow an edge. Was it this one? Something like this, right? Let's go back to the 3-day. Just have a conversation about it. So basically we got to pull back here and a possible crossover that's attempting. The RSI, the MACD, I mean, we did surpass the RSI, but if we added a trend line like this, you can see that it's kind of a, technically diverging. So my question is, are we going to break the top here? Are we going to break the top? Because in the past, what we did with the Fibonacci's was we undercut the 61.8 here. We hit the 61.8, surpassed it a bit here. And then we surpassed the 61.8 here. So realistically, the price point that I'm watching on a 3-day for ETH is $420, 419 to be exact, this moving average, and then this zone. Because I want to see, honestly, I want to see a bearish crossover. That's my hope. You know, the MACD is diverged. We might be able to get another leg up here. That's what some people might think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's scalp it down in a low time frame and try to count this wave. See, this wave is the one that I'm kind of confused about. So 1, 2, this is 3, right? Or this is an A, B, C to try to complete an A, B, C to the downside. So what I would draw right here is basically the Elliott pattern of expanded flat. It doesn't have to surpass the top. It could hit the 61.8. It could hit right here for a double top, or it could surpass it and hit the 236 and do something like that and go even lower. If it passes, let's just call it this zone right here for the B wave, but if it passes the 61.8, that automatically means that the wave is invalid. So right here is an invalidation of your wave at almost $500, right below 500. Anyways, we can call it 500 because that's a psychological resistance, but 495 is what I'm looking for. And so our entry could look something like this. Always scalping down to the low time frames, looking for confirmation on volume, but like this, about 10% stop loss, and then depending on what you want your target to be here for Ethereum, right? And if you wanted to long it, your risk to reward would probably look better if you were playing on this 3-day chart and you wanted to long it. But right now, I'm short biased. I'm biased on the short side, so it's about the same risk, right? Unless you want to play it a little bit different. And I'm short biased, honestly, just because of this this wave here. I think that this is a B wave. Okay, I think that this is an A, a B, and this is going to come down for a C. That's what I think. We have some very toppy indicators. Not to say that indicates the market, but you know, on the 3-hour, the RSI is toppy at 77. I like to see 80 to 90. But in a bear market, I like to see 60 to 65. And you can see on the 13-hour, we hit that 65, but then we got rejected. So we're underneath the 65, which is a good sign. The 3-day, we're at 69. I don't like to see that. We like to bounce in a bear market at 30 to 20, but in a bull market, we like to bounce at 40 to 20. This is not my bull market cycle, but it's still working right now. So it's kind of undecided. Let's take a look at the 5 hours. So I went all the way down to 20, gave us a bullish divergence right here. I did enter right here, but then I took my profit way too soon, too early. And yeah, so is this the top on ETH, or is it going to continue? So we're getting a little bit of momentum shifts. What's the chart that I'm watching here? I think this one here. So 1, 2. Let's scalp it down one more time, and then that's going to be the end of this video. How do you count this wave here? This has to be correction, right? So we're starting to fall right now. Like, guys, this could very well be the top. Look, let's just pull up some Fibonacci's. And you could really, what Gann, you know Gann, the trader Gann, what he uses is a 1 to 3 point stop loss. So what he'll do is trade, you know, high price stocks. Right here you got 430, and then what he'll use is points. So every dollar is 1 point. I didn't understand what that meant. Like, what is a point, right? Is it a percentage point? Is it a dollar point? But that's what he uses. And Jesse Livermore also uses the term points. So he'll use $1, 2-3 points maximum as a stop loss. So that's a good little signal, right? Because you can get in at, let's say, 427. If it goes to 430, you're out. That's a good stop loss and mental thing. That's where psychology also comes into mind. So right after this video, I'm in the Discord group, I'm going to post a timing chart with Ethereum. With that being said, I'm almost done with this video. There's going to be the count on it. It's going to be this chart, but continued, okay? So, yeah, we're at the 1382 for this, possibly A, B for expanded flat, C. Realistically, I'm not sure if 1.382 is an invalidation. I just use 1.618, but I know that this is a heavy resistance, but right above it is usually what I do. But if you get in here, that's a big range. But that's 3 points, right? That's about $15. That's kind of a lot for Gan. So Gan was a very successful trader. You probably want to follow someone that is that successful, right? In terms of today's dollars, billions of dollars. Paul Tudor Jones also is pretty successful. Excuse me, trader. So if we count this as a 1, a 2, a 3, this is 4, right? The wick inside of this zone, and then your 5 coming up here. That's a possibility. I don't think that's the case though. I think that we're going to come down, but it could be, okay? It could be. I think that this is the fake out. So yeah, we got either 1, 2, or this is a. So what I do is basically I take it from a very long-term time frame and I scalp it right down to a small time frame, right? And you try to defend these levels. So this is one valid point, but also if you take a look at the very scalpy time frames, use that magnet tool, and this is all things that I learned in courses, in books, and studies for Elliott Wave's Fibonacci. So look at this Fibonacci I just pulled. It hit the 1, 2, 3, 6 inside of this zone. Shout out to Hippo's really good with Fibonacci and Elliott Wave, Crypto Hippo on YouTube. So we kind of got like a a zone here that we could quite possibly be doing something like that. It's called Mastering Elliott Waves, his course. 1, 2, 3, possibly 4, 5. Although I'm not finished it yet, to be quite honest. Most of the, and Philicon, he's good too. I finished Philicon's course. It took a while there. I did it like 3 times. So this is kind of what we're looking for here. Same type of risk to reward, right? Same type of risk to reward. But for the C wave, usually what we want to see is 5 waves. And this is kind of acting strange. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll show you why it's acting strange. Let's clear this drawing. And you measure this 1, 2, 3. You want this to be a 1, 2, 3, right? So you measure it, and it doesn't hit the 168 extension. It also got support right here. So guys, this could very well be a valid fake out, and that there might be a very significant drop coming. Again, 1 to 3 point stop loss, right? Like we're talking about a 20-point move, and with a stop loss of 5 points, unless you can get the top here. It all depends on what your stop loss is. You can take multiple trades for 1 to 3 point stop loss, something like this, like that, 3 points. And then if you get stopped out, you get stopped out. It's all good. And then you try again for the same thing, 1 to 3 point stop loss. And then you're targeting that 20 points. So you take that 3 trades, and if you're wrong 3 trades, or 3, 4, 5 trades with the same position size, if you're wrong still after that, then your position is probably wrong and you pass the 1.618. I hope you understand what I mean by that. For the short-term time frame, 1.618. So you keep trying, right? You're persistent. You don't give up, but you don't hold your losers. So that's basically what I'm trying to say for the short-term time frame. The 1.618 is right here. If it passes this, I probably would stop shorting, and I would just be a little bit more patient and try to, try to understand the market a little bit differently, because it's obviously not that. Also, you can add some trend lines here if you want to add to your short position, like right here. So I got my ETH. My ETH page is loaded, if you guys know. Yeah. Sorry about not doing live trading videos. It's just my computer's not like an OBS for live trading right now. It screws up with the order book a little bit too much for my perspective here, my opinion. So yeah, we could very well be in some type of leading diagonal pattern. So let's actually take a look at volume, and then I'll end the video at that. Take a look at volume. I'll put on the volume profile here. So because I haven't taken a look at volume yet. So if this is a 1, a 2, a 3 for the C wave, right? 4, and then the 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That could also be something. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So this is like a complete wave, right? So what you're looking for is basically you're looking for an A, B, C downwards, probably an A, B, C. And that might just be your A, right? So it'd be this is very micro time frame, right? We're talking about 3-minute chart. But if you really understand these structures like very, very well, and that's what I mean by Crypto Hippo is really good with structures, man, Ethereum's got a very good count for the downside, I think, for ABCs, where it basically looks like this. A, B, C, right? And then this would be like an A, B, C. And then that would be like an A, B, C. Very probably something like that. Something like that. And how do you measure it? Bro, it's either take the course, pick up a book, you know, I think it's like what, $200, $300, $400, or just YouTube it. It's ABC corrections. It's just like when you're taking a course, first of all, when you pay for something, you appreciate it more, in my opinion, and you follow through with it more, and you're more focused, you're more determined, you have a purpose, an aim, a mission in mind, right? An objective in mind to get that knowledge. So basically with the ABC, like I'm doing this for free, I'm giving you all this information. Do you still appreciate it? You know what I mean? Some of you probably will, because at the same time you do pay for the Discord. So that you're actually here for a reason. So for the ABC could extend all the way to 1.618. I really do love like the Fibonacci, because Fibonacci is awesome, right? It's like the whole market's based off Fibonacci sequence. So about this A, I mean, there's a lot of corrections that you could do here. So you could do either an ABC upwards, or you can do a 535 like that, and then this would be your B, and then another 5 upwards, right? Silicon does this type of stuff all the time. But yeah, so, or you can do a 3, and then 5 upwards. I just thought I'd show you that, because that's my thoughts on the markets. But if it surpasses the C right here, if it surpasses that, then realistically, so why am I showing you this on the micro count? Because once it gets above 1%, right? I'm talking about like the trade. If it falls more than 1%, it then becomes profitable to scalp it, right? Anything more or less than 1% is not that profitable, because you have to take 0.2% in fees. So if you can cherry pick either the 1-to-1 extension here for the C wave or the B wave or whatever, the B waves are very profitable. Those are the ones I like to trade, the B waves. The A waves are a little unpredictable, but either long the B wave or short the C. That's like literally the best place you can do in crypto, because it gives you a very, very, in the markets, because it gives you a very, very good risk to reward and stop loss and all that good stuff. So Yeah. So yeah, you cherry pick the 1-to-1 extension, or I mean the 1.618 if you're not necessarily greedy, but if you're like confident it's going to go up there. That's how do you analyze that? Is by volume analysis. Volume analysis. So obviously we got a breakout here, consolidation, a breakout of the consolidation with the trend, and this was a nice breakout again. And then started seeing some selling, but we're still above the moving averages. And then finally we got some volume that's picking up here, and then I would call $422, maybe 450 as a support, and it bounced right there at 423, but I would say realistically 422. Let's extend these alerts just for the video. So yeah, like 422.50 as another bounce area for an A, right? Another bounce area for A. But if it breaks that, which it eventually will, in my opinion, do something like this, even the B could be extended, which would suck. That would stop a lot of people out if it does that. Just like it, well, this was different because a different wave. But if this is a B that stops people out, that's what you have to watch, and that's why you have a 61.8 stop loss. So once again, you can dollar cost average when it's range trading. I do not recommend that dollar cost averaging down unless you, because especially if you're at the bottom of a trend. One time I was trading Bitcoin Cash at the bottom of the range. It was like $200. I'll show you the chart for a lesson, a mistake video, and I ended up shorting a leading diagonal. Um, a leading diagonal. Where was it? It was right here. So I was up like a little bit of money, but I thought it was a leading diagonal. I think it was literally right here. I'm not maybe it was right here, and it was like a leading diagonal, right? But it was at the bottom of a trend. Like we just down tick like crazy, just down tick like crazy. And you know what happened? I got literally my 20x margin, whatever, got shreked because it went like this, one candle. So that's a mistake. One, just you have to pay attention with the volume. Where are you in the trend? Are you below? Because this was this accumulation down here. Once you broke accumulation, it was game time, and this thing spiked up like crazy. So I was in a long here. I took my profit. I saw a leading diagonal, and I started scalping downwards. Sometimes that's not the good thing. Sometimes you just want to add to the trend. This I could have made a lot of money if I just traded with the trend on a high time frame by adding with my winners, right? Just like that, basically. So be very cautious of where you are in the trend. Accumulation distribution. It was like a leading see, a leading diagonal here is fine because you're at the top of a huge move that just went up. Then it just literally came down, right? So that's really all I had to say about this. Same thing here. It's up or down on the channel. That would have probably stopped a lot of people out right here. And then this down ticking, it broke out. So back to ETH. What do you guys think? Post in the comments below. What do you think is going to happen with ETH? Do you think it's going to break the top? Do you think it's going to pass the 61.8 up here? Do you think it's going to, like, what pattern do you think this is? Right, so it's either this, once again, A, B, C, like that, or like that, or it's 1, 2, 3, A, B, C. So, or it's like this. Again, this is a little bit longer video. I was hoping on A, B, C. This is 4. So 3, 4, 5. Let me just measure that with the, see if it's invalid. and you can see that it's not invalid for the fourth wave. And now what we're looking for is a fifth wave up. Where do you think it's going to go? That I'm not sure, to be honest with you. That I'm not sure. So what you could do is, well, you could use that Fibonacci. I would probably use that Fibonacci for something. But so Ethereum's a really awesome count, to be honest with you. You could either use this one here, which I don't think would work. Again, take Crypto Hippos, of course. You see how it doesn't work right there. So, ooh, I don't know how to pull it with the expanded. 1, 2, 3, I guess like this. I'm guessing here. I'm gonna have to double check here. But so you're either aiming for the 382 for the fifth wave, 61.8, or if it's expanded all the way at $577 here. So let's go ahead and pull up these like this, 3, 4, and then if it's expanded, it'll look like this. If it's a normal wave, it'll probably get a double top here, maybe surpass here, and stop the people out. That would be a good plan. So see how I still have my 61.8 up from the fourth wave. That would invalidate some people, stop them out. So yeah, guys, I think we're gonna maybe get one more leg up. So there's my bias. Next time I'll have two charts, so one bearish and one bullish. I'll probably do that update tomorrow because on the 3-day chart we close, or I can do it tonight. We'll see. But yeah, we've got huge confluence right here on this fifth wave. So yeah, if we scalp it down again on the, and what's that price target? The price target right here. About, again, $495, $500, right below 500, the psychological number. And what we'd be looking at is something like this. This as a 1, this as a 2, this as a 3, this as a 4. 4 coming down, probably retesting these moving averages. But since we already have 5 waves, that makes you think a little bit deeper, right? First of all, the fib's got to be a little bit more perfect than that. There you go. 382 with precision. I think this is the count, bruvs. Jet ski worthy. You know what I mean? Okay, so 1, 2, this is 3. Maybe there's another wave up, I'm not sure. I don't really like to short the fourth waves because a lot of times they're flats, but the 2s are very valid to be playing the 2s. So we got 1, 2, 3. Let's take a look at the Fibonacci. So let's just say the 3 goes all the way to the 2618. Right now it's hitting the 236. Let's say it goes to the 2618, which is a heavy resistance with the 382. Say we get a pullback that comes back over here, and then either a double top right here. Once again, you know, this video is a little bit long, but I think it's pretty valuable information. Like I said, tomorrow, stay tuned. I'm gonna stay up there for another video for the bulls versus the bears on Ethereum, and an update and see what happens. So yeah, once again, for the indicators are a little bit toppy to me, but this could just be the fourth wave. So yeah, what do we got here? We got, so 444, 442. We got 440 for the double top. with confluence right here, and finally, last but not least, the 61.8 that's up here. And if we get that extended fifth wave, I don't know, man. If Bitcoin gets that extended fifth wave, we'll talk about that later. Okay, but yeah, that's where it is right there. I don't think so, but yeah, that's that's where it is. So that would mean that this is a fourth wave, something like a for a shorter term time frame, A, B, like this. Okay. Now this is going to be a tough one for the fibs because I'm unsure of what it is. You kind of have to set them up yourself, right? But there is a perfect way of doing it. That again is probably your stop loss for a short. So you can probably enter a short right here and have a stop loss of 1%. That's an amazing trade in my opinion because you're aiming for that downside for the B wave. But if it comes up all the way up here, once again I'll add this one because I'm unsure if the expanded. No, I think these are useless. I think these are useless, and you would be aiming for up here, maybe even higher. So yeah, that's my chart for now. That's the bullish chart for Ethereum. It seems like we have a little bit of time to go upwards. Once again, 13, a little bit smaller charts to scalp down in some time frames. See some bullish and bearish divergences, quick things. Let's reanalyze my position here. So I entered, I'll keep that to myself there, but I don't like how we have a floor right here on the MACD. Let's take a look here. We're bouncing upwards. That's not good for me. Yeah, I don't like how we're bouncing. We're supposed to, come down. Okay, so yeah, that's basically my my TA for Ethereum. I hope you like. Don't forget to subscribe and comment. Comment again. What do you think Ethereum is going to do? Do you think it's going to impulse upwards for the fifth wave, or do you think this is a B wave? So basically, the question is A or B, or 5 or B, right? So yeah, make sure you comment. Is this a wave 5 or B? Is this a wave 5 or B? All right. Cool. Hey, help this channel grow. Share with anybody that you know trades crypto, likes to watch these types of videos, and yeah, try to make a success out of this. All right. Peace. I hope everyone's doing good. Yeah.